Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we just got done taking a look at this. This is a Buck Colleague, a little $15 knife that kind of fits in your coin pocket. And part of the reason why I reviewed this just a second ago is so that I don't have to use this knife. This is a knife that I've been looking for quite some time. It just came in the mail about a week ago, and whew, boy, that is kind of the end of the road for me in terms of knife collecting. We'll get the price out of the way. It's $300. So $300 pocket knife, but it'll certainly set you apart from some of the rest in the community. And it's a very deep rabbit hole, much like any other community or collecting or other things like that. Now this one's a little bit different than most. This is a Kizer Megatherium. Kizer's I'm not going to say a high-end knife brand, but they're certainly up in there. And this is made in collaboration with the very, very talented Isham. A lot of people butcher his name like Elijah Isham or Elijah Isham. It's not that hard to pronounce, guys. It's just Elijah Isham. It's like you sneezed or something like that. So let's talk about this knife. It is now mine looks a little bit different than standard, and we'll get into that in a second. I've got this from a maker or a customizer, if you will. So this is a folding Santoku. So it's got that Santoku style blade that's here, almost like a sheep's foot blade. Let me go to Kizer's website, Megatherium. So I want to get you some accurate numbers. I'm not going to go measuring this or anything like that. A little over 3.6 inches in blade length. 3.6 1/4. Overall is 8.6 1/4. The blade thickness, and it's a pretty chunky piece of meat up there, is 0.16 inches. This does use CPM S35 VN. It is a Wharncliffe style blade. They call it a folding Santoku. It is stone washed. It's a plain flat ground edge, and then the handle length itself is 5 inches there. Let me just read the little description that we have here. The Kizer Megatherium features a dramatic Elijah Isham design that will be a standout in any collection. Elijah has a strong appreciation for surreal art, resulting in unique and creative knife designs that function as good as they look. This model has a modified Wharncliffe blade. Everything's a modified Wharncliffe blade. If Blade HQ or somebody doesn't know what a blade shape is, it's modified Wharncliffe. They call this a folding Santoku, and a lot of people call it a couple of different things: sheep's foot, modified Wharncliffe. There's a lot of different shapes, obviously, for this, and that's kind of up to your discretion at the end of the day. But either way, I think we all agree it's a pretty badass knife. The Megatherium comes equipped with the Isham's edge below tab flipper system that conceals the flipper in the open position for unobstructed performance, and it includes a titanium pocket clip with a bead blasted finish. They don't really include all the specs here, which is a little disappointing. That's pretty typical Blade HQ. They just kind of the bare minimum there. Anyway, the design on this is incredible, and we'll get into that in a second. So it is a full titanium construction that's here. So this is all titanium clip that you have on this side. But something that they don't mention is this is carbon fiber. It's not just a piece of plastic. They've actually sculpted carbon fiber, or have cut this carbon fiber out to kind of give this little wood inlay. This is obviously, if you touch this, you get your hands on one of these in real life, you'll quickly tell that this is carbon fiber. And let's get into a little bit of it. They talk about the flipper on this, and I'm a big flipper. A knife, I think if you're going to spend quite a bit of money on a knife, it's going to need some sort of opening system. I mean, those little thumb stud knives, you start getting up there. This thing's certainly not snappy by any means, but it also has a giant blade on the end of it. But look at how this little flipper just tucks away. Completely tucks away perfectly in there, so that you can get this wonderful grip You've got sort of this finger guard that's in here. Now, I've got little baby hands, but a 5-inch blade is certainly enough to purchase to hold on to. You've got this nice section here at the top that's wedged out for a little thumb ramp, and I mean, you can obviously see how this would kind of operate as maybe a chef's knife or something like that, or a folding santoku. The blade is below your fingers, so you could use it in a sort of chopping or slicing motion in the kitchen. I'm not much of a chef myself. I just like the knife, but that's that. Now, it's kind of hard to get this on camera because I've got this custom Flowmascus titanium anodizations done from Blades We Love, and I think they're in Wyoming? Yeah, somewhere over there. It's not Oregon, not Montana. Maybe it's either Montana or Wyoming. I can't remember. And they make some very, very nice knives. They take your knives to the next level. So they're on eBay. So go check them out. Anyway, there are lines in this knife, sweeping lines. This is not like a flat surface by any stretch of the imagination. It has. Let me fold this blade down so I don't shank my camera. Can kind of tell. It's hard to tell. Anyway, there are these sweeping lines in the knife here. It sort of has its own elevation here, and that perfectly lines up with the swedges or these grain lines in the carbon fiber here. So it's such a seamless transition as this line travels down the knife and travels in, transitions into this carbon fibered section. The hardware that they put together with this, it's interesting. I do like the bolts that are here. I like that it's matching on either side. There's a lot of companies that just kind of build the knife and then they slap it together with a little bit of hardware here and there, and it just doesn't look good, or it doesn't work, or it just kind of mars the design of the knife, and it's sad. Now, this is obviously a pretty big blade width-wise. It's definitely going to take up quite a bit of space in your pocket. The clip that it comes with is pretty deep carry. I mean, you get a little bit sticking out of your pocket, just to the right of my index finger there is about what you'll see out of the pocket, but it's certainly pretty wide in the pocket. But it's nice how it sits. So if it's sitting in your pocket like this, it's clipped on. A lot of the problem with some knives when you throw them in your pocket is as you put it into your pocket, this thumb stud or this finger flipper here, not thumb stud, but this flipper is going to get in the way, and it's going to kind of prevent you from getting it in and out of your pocket. But the way that Elijah has designed this, it really kind of, if this is the side wall of your pocket, as you're taking this out, it's really not a problem because it's shaped away from the flipper here. So I mean, every little thing that he's done really turns this into a top-notch piece. Now, this is usually just a titanium color that's here, and it looks nice. But Blades We Love on eBay, Jesus H Christ, do they take it to the next level? And I mean, it's all the way on the inside and everything. They take these knives completely apart, and they do their own custom anodizations here. This is called Flowmascus, and yeah, it certainly adds a couple bucks to the price of the knife. But I mean, who owns one of these? Sure you got a Megatherium, that's fine, but I mean, who's got one of these that's custom? The price right now, if you get it on retail price is $320. You can get them for around $200 with the anodizations and other things like that. I think this came to pretty close to $3. But Jesus Christ, worth every penny. This thing is absolutely gorgeous in a number of ways, and it just looks great. I mean, it's pretty loud in your pocket. Obviously, it's not an everyday carry kind of thing for me, especially at the office, for example. This is a pretty loud pocket clip, obviously. And it's really not a knife that I would ever take out or anything like that, or I probably wouldn't even hand this to anybody. But it's the holiday weekend. It's nice to to get that out and kind of have that in your pocket on the holiday weekend. So this is the Megatherium, again by Elijah Isham and Kizer Knives. What a stunning piece. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have one. Stay tuned. We're going to be taking a look at a couple other things. We've got some watches that we're going to take a look at. We just got done taking a look at a couple firearms from Taurus. So we're taking a look, kind of divulging my EDC today. So stick around. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.